Hey everybody, this is Ben here coming at you with a new review. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. This week, you've seen the description and the title, so you know we are taking a look at none other than, look at that, Iris Rebelle by Atelier Cologne. If you're following the channel, you know I am checking out the sampler set. This is number 6 out of 7. So I have one more next week. And then after that, I'm going to go to a slightly different format in this channel. So one thing I'd like you to do very quickly is I'd like you in comments to throw out a couple of questions, meaning for future episodes, what kind of questions would you like to see as opposed to the full reviews that I normally do? I'm going to step away from that a little bit, and I'm going to look at things like top fives, top 5 most for St. Valentine's Day, for seasons, whatever, any questions, any topics or themes you would like me to cover, and I will consider those for future episodes. So yeah, this week I'm taking a look at Iris Rebelle. This is a 2018 release from Atelier Cologne. It is a floral, and you guys know, if you're following the channel, that the sampler set comes with a hashtag that is very similar, supposedly supposed to represent the fragrance, and the hashtag this week is OOTD. And yes, I had to look it up. I know, of course, SOTD for all of us in FragCom. The frag heads is scent of the day, but this one is OOTD, and of course, as probably everyone but me knew this, it is outfit of the day. So the question that absolutely begs to be asked is, does this fragrance live up to the hashtag? Stay tuned and find out. Welcome back. So before I dive in on the notes, I'd like to welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to turn on notifications, so as soon as I upload a video every Friday, you are notified. And as always, you can check out the channel. And the bottom line is I have a 5-spray system in which in each episode, I spray on myself the exact number that I give out of 5. All right, so let's dive in on the notes. So this is Iris Rebelle. I have to tell you, this one was a wonderful surprise for me. My relationship with Iris is rather tenuous, I must admit. So I have to tell you, this one is not a clean, in my estimation, it's not a clean Iris. So what I mean by that is, to me, when I think of a clean Iris, inevitably it takes me, at least on the guy side, for the guy colognes, it usually takes me to cosmetics case, and I just don't care for that. I don't want to have a cosmetic case element to my fragrance normally. It's not my thing. That's why I was never really convinced on Dior Homme. It's wonderful. I'm not saying it's not. In its defense, I've actually never worn it on my skin to see how it develops. But at first blush, it's just not necessarily my thing. So when it came to Iris Rebelle, I was a little lukewarm at first, but this one is a smashing success. So there are 3 to 4 notes that really jump out for me, and then the rest of the notes, I looked at them on Fragrantica.com, but I don't know that I would have immediately been able to pinpoint them in the fragrance. The ones that are easily are, as you can imagine, Iris, and then after that it's white musk, and one of my favorite notes, guaiac wood. And then a 4th one that I would add as well is patchouli. And the reason why I would say that is because the Iris here is earthy. It's a dirty iris. And so I'm assuming that that is the iris mixing with the patchouli that gives it this kind of element to it that's kind of, earthy or a dirty iris. And so I don't see this as I mentioned, I don't see this as a cosmetic bag type fragrance, and I see it more as with a lot of earthy qualities to it. So it's almost like if you pulled the iris out of the ground and you can still smell the soil. That is something that you should imagine, as opposed to the cosmetic case that you often get with a clean iris. All right, so those are the main players with regard to the notes. Now I have to address one thing. Let's talk, and let's address the carrot situation. So So when you look at reviews, either on YouTube, I'm assuming, or in basenotes.net or in fragrantica.com, many of the people who have sampled this will say that they get a very strong earthy carrot note. And I have to tell you, maybe in the first few moments after the initial blast, I guess maybe, but I'm not one of those people. I never would have thought of that had someone not said it. But the fact that I read it, yes, once you spray, you think, okay, I can see where they're coming from, and they were very clear in saying it's like, the raw carrots that you're pulling out of the ground. I can certainly see that, but I wouldn't call this is certainly not a carrot-based fragrance. And I would say, for me, at best, that is a fleeting smell that's going to last about 5 to 10 minutes after the initial blast, in my estimation. Instead, what I get in this fragrance is I feel like I'm in an old bookstore. I'm surprised it doesn't have papyrus, actually. I feel like I'm in an independent bookstore, an old bookstore, and it has all of these books of all different decades, right? Some are very, very old and some are brand new, because it also has a very modern, classy smell to it as well. I just really buy into this fragrance, I have to tell you. So for me, it's a no-go on the carrot, and it's a yes go on the old bookstore smell. So I kind of see this. It does have a bergamot in it as well. I don't know if I would have picked that up, but I saw that it did. And so it's kind of a combination of like an old bookstore and then something along the lines of like, a fragrance that you might have in your collection where you like to spray your sheets or your pillowcases. So for me, that'd be Lalique Pour Homme. And for you, you can let me know. But that could also be White Musk Sport by The Body Shop. That's another one that's really nice as well. And so those are kind of fragrances I think of when I think of spraying my sheets or my pillowcases, maybe or maybe putting on at the end of the day before bed, something along those lines. So it's just a wonderful mix of kind of old bookstore mixed with something very pleasing that you would want to spray on your sheets, mixed with very modern and classy. I buy into it. I really like it. I'm not a fan of Iris, but it blew me away. What can I say? So those are the main notes. Now, let's get to the bad news a little bit. This is very, very, very well blended. The longevity, I would have liked a little bit more. I got a strong 4 to 6, but no more than that. And I sprayed a few times because I really like this one. So, I mean, if you're looking for a work shift for this one, you'd have to spray and spray some more, and then on your hair and on your clothes as well. Another thing I noticed too was at the end of the day, if you smell, like when I smell my collar or something, you don't smell anything. I mean, I would have liked longer longevity. Definitely, we need an Iris Rebelle Extreme. And that's what we need. So if Atelier Cologne is watching, please add an extreme version, and then that way we can, celebrate the longevity, because it's 4 to 6 and really closer to 4. So projection in the initial blast, if you believe in the carrot folks that demand that this smells like carrot, after the first 10 minutes it dissipates, the guaiac wood comes up, and the patchouli, and it really starts to develop very, very nicely. Love the white musk in this. I think there's some lavender as well. It's just a fantastic fragrance. So the projection is going to be about an elbow's length away from your body in the first 2 hours, and then unfortunately, really, it's going to become a skin scent. Well, I say unfortunately if you're looking to get noticed. Now, if it's a romantic setting, then this would be a wonderful choice, because it is going to stay very close to the skin. So this would be great for somebody who wants to really. So some people say I wear fragrance for me, not for others, and this would be a wonderful, wonderful choice for you if that's the case, because it certainly dissipates. But man, I don't know how anyone could find this unpleasing. I really like this a lot. So That's the longevity, and that's the projection, and the sillage obviously is going to, the scent trail won't be much at all. So if you're outside or if you're coming in and out of rooms at an event, you're probably not going to get too noticed after the second hour. So this is not a bold release by any means, but man, is it well blended. Really, really appreciate this one. I'll have to look at the Parfumé again. Atelier Cologne seems to hide their parfumés a little bit, but I need to do more research. Okay, so when it comes to gender, I was also a little bit surprised by this because in my estimation, well, first of all, I would have this in my collection. I want to have this in my collection. So not only do I not think that it's ultra feminine, I think it's, of course, marketed as unisex, but I have no problems, saying that I would have this in my collection. And I was a little bit surprised because in Fragrantica, I don't think anybody noted it as either masculine or very masculine. I was a tad surprised because it doesn't jump out as ultra or even feminine for me. This is definitely unisex, and I could see how some people would even see this a little bit toward the masculine side, especially if you like Dior Homme. I mean, if you think Dior Homme is masculine and then has a cosmetic case smell to it, then why would a dirty iris be more feminine? I'm not really sold on that. I have to tell you that I really appreciate this one. I think you'd probably see about a 70-30 split. I think most people that own it and have it as their signature scent would have about 70% women and 30% on the guys. But count me in as one of the 30% of the guys, because I would definitely have this in my collection. Really, really like this one. In fact, the sprayer is a little wonky, and so I'm not sure if I'll even have enough to finish off the episode. I think I will. So that is the longevity, projection, sillage, and the gender. And then age is going to be, I'll say 30 and up. I don't know that I see too many people in their 20s wearing this. But then again, if you ask me why, I guess maybe the iris, but iris is a really, really popular note a few years back. Remember when there was the oud explosion, and then after that it was kind of the iris explosion. So you correct me if I'm wrong, but if I had to think of the target audience, I'd probably think most likely woman 30 and above. But again, I am definitely included in the thumbs up, like, love category. All right, so that is that. On the next, with regard to the event, I would say one thing I really like about this one is because it smells so pleasing. I mean, practically any event would do. This would be great for work. This would be great for social events. This would be great for close encounters because, as I said earlier, this is close to a skin scent. So if I had to choose, I would probably say, for me personally, this would be more of a nighttime scent, but that's just because I like the fact that because of the close encounters element to it, the fact that it stays relatively close to the skin. There's nothing here that's ultra romantic where it would be a faux pas to wear it to work. I would absolutely wear this to work. Now, if you want me to choose a season, I guess I would say spring because of the earthy quality to it. I mean, if you're going to say, pulling carrots out of the ground, you'd probably think spring. That said, I do see this as kind of a 365 days a year fragrance, and I like that about it. The versatility is very high for me, so I guess I would say spring, but personally, I would wear this any day of the year. We're in the 30-degree mark Fahrenheit around here, and in middle of winter. And I wore it this week. Really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I don't see how this would be cloying in the heat. I just think it's a wonderful fragrance that would be great for year round. So don't be surprised if you know people who, if they have it as their signature scent, that they say that they take it to work, they wear it to work, that they wear it at night. They just kind of one fragrance for all events. All right, so let's get back to the initial question. The hashtag was OOTD, which of course is, now we all know this is outfit of the day, and does it live up to its name? And it says, Iris Rebelle, glamour never goes out of style. Ooh. Now, I do like the description because I will admit I don't see how this could ever go out of style. So take that. So I do think it lives up to the description. Actually, I think it does live up to outfit of the day because any outfit that you wear, Iris Rebelle would go well with it. So you see, it does go very well with its hashtag. The hashtag is appropriate to Iris Rebelle. So OOTD definitely fits. I am sad to see this one go. I really liked Iris Rebelle. A nice surprise for me. And as I said earlier, I'm a little lukewarm on Iris, but this one is fantastique. All right, guys, so this was Iris Rebelle knocking on the door of 5 sprays. Almost 5 sprays, but I got to go 4 out of 5 unless they come out with the Iris Rebelle Extreme. I'm going to keep it at 4. Really, really appreciated this one. And so I'm going to go 1 on each wrist and 1 on each side of the neck. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Yeah, really, really, really nice. Boom. And boom. All right. All right, folks, there you have it. Another review by the boards. This is Iris Rebelle by Atelier Cologne. It is not Irish Rebelle. It is Iris Rebelle. Hope you're doing well. And always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care, everybody. Irish. All right, folks, there you have it. Another review by the boards. This was Irish. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, Iris Rebelle. All right, guys. So this is me dropping it. So all over the place.